Hey Radiant Rebels, Batty here from battysbath.ca, and I'm here with studio sidekick Christine. Today we want to talk about the development of two of our new products. So we've just released a new cleanser and a new moisturizer. So that is our Calendula and Cucumber cleanser and our Calendula and Oat moisturizer. There is a pretty big backstory behind these products, so we wanted to share that with you just in case this is a story that sounds similar to you and maybe what you're struggling with. So, Christine has been one of the most challenging skin cases I have ever come across. So we're going to go through her story a little bit, what it was like for her before she came to Batty's Bath. We'll start there and then we'll work up to now. So let's start in the past. So tell me about your skin before you came to Batty's Bath and what kind of struggles you were dealing with and everything you tried before you came to us.
Okay. So before I started at Batty's Bath, which is 1 year ago today, I worked in an automotive factory. I worked in the automotive industry for 17 years, and my face was fine, you know, little acne here and there throughout life.
Yeah.
But the last 4 years have been the worst. I started, had some facial swelling that would start at work, and it got quite extreme at some points where my face would really hurt. Felt a lot of, I don't know what the word is.
Inflammation?
Yeah, it just felt really tight, like, you know, my head was going to pop off, honestly.
Yeah.
It felt hurt to breathe sometimes.
And where was it happening?
It was happening in the bridge of my nose and, like, on my forehead. My eyebrows would really swell up. And then a lot of redness. So a lot of redness in my cheekbones is where it really started at the beginning, and it progressed and got worse, where it would be all over my face after.
Yeah. So that happened when you were at the factory.
Yes.
So what did the factory do once this started?
Okay. Yep. Obviously. So before I even went to anybody at work, because I didn't think it was anything work related, I took it upon myself. I visited a skin clinic and looked into laser dermabrasion. Yeah. And I had 4 sessions of that once a month for 4 months. Yeah. As to reduce redness. And I didn't see any results from that, which they were quite shocked about. They thought that they would see something.
Because that's unusual, right? Usually for those procedures.
Yeah. So, and that didn't work. And then I took it upon myself to see an allergist. We did some allergy testing for outside things. Yeah. And I didn't react to anything there. So I got them to test.
So that was like ragweed and like dust or...
Yeah. Things like that. And then I asked her to test for cats, because I have 2 cats. So I was worried that it was something like that. And specific things that I ate, certain foods that I ate on a daily basis, like spinach and tomatoes and things like that. I didn't react to anything. So on to the next, I went to a dermatologist who immediately thought I have an underlying rosacea problem. Right. And, or worked around fans.
Okay, yeah.
And which I did, so they thought the cold air.
And they asked about motorbikes and stuff too, right?
Like did I drive a fast bike without a helmet, anything like that would give me some sort of...
Like windburn.
Yeah. So,
And there was fans at work, right?
There was fans at work, so I went to work, and then that's where that... case got opened up there, and they looked into things like that. Yeah. Okay.
And so they got you away from the fans, right?
Yes.
And what happened then?
Well, my face didn't change.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. So it got worse, actually, over time, and I got sent to industrial allergists and dermatologists.
Okay, yeah.
To look deeper into this, things that were in the air in the factory and things like that. Yeah. I got tested for over 70 chemicals, which wasn't fun, but we needed an answer. Yeah. So I did react to...
Were those prick tests?
No. They actually put certain liquids in these trays and put the trays on your body. Oh. Okay. So I had them all over my stomach, my back, my arms, and had to wear them for a few days. Ooh. And then they took them off and seen if I reacted. I went back 3 days later and seen how bad it got. And you could tell where I reacted to what chemical.
Right.
So I did have an allergy to cobalt, nickel, things like that.
Yep. Which nickel is the, fun fact for the side, is one of the most common metal allergies in the world. Oh. And a lot of people with eczema are allergic to nickel. So anyways.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and they also thought possible underlying rosacea. That's in, but there was other things going on that, with the swelling and things like that. So,
yeah.
They did send me to the drugstore to get over-the-counter things.
Yep. Skincare products.
Skincare products, cleansers, moisturizers.
Yep.
For rosacea-prone skin.
Yep.
And that didn't work either.
Mm-hmm. And had you tried prescription topicals as well?
Yes, I tried topicals from the dermatologist. My family doctor had me on 2 different kinds of ointments. Absolutely anything that I tried did not work. At this point, after almost 3 years.
Yeah. So at that point, you realized you couldn't stay at the job anymore.
Yeah. So I'm here.
Yeah. So she answered a call out for a studio assistant that we put on Facebook and did our interview. And here you are.
Yes.
So, yes, 1 year ago today, right, you said? She started here with us. And it's taken almost a year to develop new products just for Chris. So, and let's talk about why we had to do that. Because usually we wouldn't have to do that. We've been helping people with rosacea and super sensitive reactive skin for years at this point, and never had we had someone like Chris come across our path. So tell us, well, what did you do during your orientation when you first came to us? Do you remember that?
Yep. Okay. I did one of the quizzes that's it's online.
Yep.
And followed that to pick out a specific routine that would be suitable for my skin.
Yep. So Christine took the moisturizer quiz, the hydrator quiz, and the joint exfoliator and cleanser quiz.
Yes.
To develop a routine.
Yep.
Yeah.
We took testers of those home.
Yeah.
To test them out, and I reacted immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was using one of our most gentle routines. One that we've seen great results for people with rosacea before. So when Chris came back to us and said, this isn't working for me, we were all like, oh man, what?
It was frustrating.
Yeah. And so, but you didn't want to go back to your drugstore products. Right? And that's because Chris had done our, we have a free workshop. It's called the Hidden Toxic Ingredient Workshop. So what it does is we walk you through toxic ingredients that are hidden within beauty products. So when you took that, you had your drugstore products in front of you, right?
Yep, during the video.
Yep, during the video, because it's a live video. And you had your products, so you looked for the ingredients as we talked about them.
Yeah.
Right? And what was your reaction during the workshop?
It wasn't... I was kind of grossed out.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is the reason this is not working.
Because every product you were using, you found multiple toxin.
Tons.
Right?
A lot.
And so these were ingredients that Chris did not want to be exposed to. Chris is a very healthy gal. She eats healthy. She lives healthy. And so this is kind of the final frontier for her. And at this point, she was realizing she was exposing herself to hormone disrupting ingredients, suspected cancer-causing ingredients, and a whole slew of other things that we just don't want to be exposed to, right?
Yeah.
I think in that workshop we go through just over 20 ingredients to look for. And yours were pretty much packed full.
Yeah. And it was, by a professional doctor who said, use this.
Right.
This is the best. It's, highly recommended.
And your skin wasn't getting better. It wasn't getting worse on those products, right?
It wasn't getting worse, but it didn't get any better.
Right.
So
you had plateaued. You were also exposing yourself to ingredients you weren't comfortable with anymore.
Right.
So then we had to figure out something for Chris. So we started with testing ingredients with her. So just like your allergy test before,
Yes.
we swatch test ingredients on her to see which one she would be okay with and which one she wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so we thought we had got a really good grasp.
Yeah,
right?
Because honestly, things that were put on my arms, I didn't react to.
Right.
But
But it's all on her face.
put them on my face, and it's another story.
Right.
So
it took us a long time to. Well, it didn't take us long to figure out that it was your face that reacts.
Oh, no.
Right? That's typical of rosacea. You can use pretty much everything else, but it's your face that reacts. Mm-hmm. So then we had to swatch test ingredients around her jawline, figure out what we could use. We thought we had a good handle after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
Then we started adding...
like combining ingredients.
Yeah, combining ingredients, adding a serum or a different hydrator.
Yep.
And so I would test one thing for a few days and it would be fine. So I'd add another product in.
Yep.
And I reacted.
Right. So
when they were put together.
Yeah. So with Chris's skin, we noticed we could figure out ingredients that were fine for her, but bring them together, not fine.
Yeah.
So it was a really big jigsaw mystery.
It was frustrating.
Yeah.
I kept a journal.
Yep.
For an entire month of what I used in the morning, I was using at night, my routine in the morning and at night.
Yep.
When we would take something out, when we would add a new product in.
Yep.
And also specifically how I reacted. What happened? Did I see redness? Was I itchy?
Yep.
Yeah.
And with you too, sometimes you would be okay, and then if you slept on that one side of your face, right?
Yes, it's my right side that is just the worst.
Right. And so you were sleeping only on your left side.
Only my left side.
Yeah, trying to keep things calm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what did we do? So we started trying to figure out what ingredients you could use, what combo ingredients you could use.
Mm-hmm.
And we quickly figured out that there was nothing in our line, right?
Yes.
That we could combine with you to make a complete routine.
That's right.
Right. So we could give you one product or another product, but no complete routine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what you wanted, right? You wanted a complete routine. You wanted to get rid of all the chemical.
Yes.
Skincare, right. So what was the other... Oh, so we did do some internal stuff for you as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what was the one big thing that really helped that we got
internal?
You on? Yeah, internal.
Can I say the product name
Sure.
even?
Yep.
I started drinking Booch.
Which is...
Made here in London.
Yeah, which is kombucha.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's been excellent.
So that kombucha, for those of you who don't know, it's a fermented tea, and it is chocked full of probiotics. So our skin health is directly related to our gut health, and so we knew with Chris, we had to make sure her gut health was not the root cause of all of this.
Yes.
Right?
So I've learned that since I started working here, that it's internal as well, which
Yes.
I honestly didn't even think about in my life ever. That it's possibly what's sitting inside of me can be affecting...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because with Chris, we didn't want to just tackle her triggers, right? We wanted to make sure we were tackling the root cause and the triggers, right? So triggers is everything external. Root cause is your internal.
Yeah.
So we got your gut health balanced.
Yes.
Yes. And then we knew we could move on and make sure that, because we want to help you not just cover this up, right? But tackle it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So then we realized after a lot of trial and error that we need to develop products just for you. And it was going to be very tricky because every time I had a product that I thought, okay, this is the one, and it would be fine with your skin, we would add in the next one.
Yeah.
And it was, It
was reactive.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say a shitstorm, but
yeah.
that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
So how long and how many formulas, just ballpark, do you think we went through? Like, how long was the process of developing a cleanser and a moisturizer for you?
Months.
Yes.
We tried, I don't know, over a dozen.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah.
Well over a dozen.
Yeah,
different things.
Yep. And just tweaking ever so slightly and trying to figure out what what it was.
I could, even I used something one time and my face, I could see immediately, you know?
Right.
Just like one time use.
Yep.
It was tricky.
And the other thing that we did during the whole development process was we polled the community. So we asked the community, because I didn't want to just create products that Chris could use, but other folks like Chris could use as well. So we polled the community, asked anyone who had sensitive skin, who was prone to redness, who had rosacea or suspected rosacea, what ingredients they could use and what ingredients they absolutely could not use. And so that helped guide us as well. And the final products are ones that have none of the ingredients that the community said we cannot use these, right? And the ones that were most popular that the community said we really want these in our products are in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your skin like now? Actually, tell me the initial reaction once we got those two together. And Chris uses just straight aloe as her hydrator.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get straight aloe from us. We do sell it as an add-on for our dry clay mask. But you can get it at any health store. You just need to be really, really careful that it has no fragrance, no colorants, no dyes, nothing like that. Be very, very careful of the ingredients in your pure aloe. You want just pure aloe. Mm-hmm. Organic, pure, non-GMO aloe. So that's what she uses as her hydrator.
Yep.
Okay. So what, so the initial reaction with those products together was fine, right?
Yes.
There's no redness.
Right. So I used the new cleanser for, it was about 4 days, cleanser moisturizer for about 4 days.
Right.
And it was awesome. It was perfect. I was so excited messaging Jamie. I'm like, I woke up, there's no redness. Nothing.
And I was like, phew.
Yeah, perfect, right?
Yeah.
And about the 4th or 5th day, I was extremely dry.
Right.
Extremely dry on one part of my face, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
So I was applying more moisturizer thinking that's going to help. It didn't help.
Right.
And that went on for a while.
Right. And you were completely deflated.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you were like, oh no.
Yeah, because it didn't just stay there. It was my whole forehead and my eyebrows, and it soon became my whole face, around my jaw, my nose. I was flaky.
Right.
And I was sad.
And
it sucked.
Yeah. and you were ready to give up.
Yeah.
Right? She was absolutely ready to give up. I told her, bring your previous products into work.
Mm-hmm.
So the drugstore products that she had used for a very, very, very long time. I said, let's relook at the ingredients, because I had a suspicion that I knew what was going on. And sure enough, we looked at the ingredients, and those ingredients create a film over your skin. And these are very popular ingredients, and they create a film as an attempt to protect your skin from the environment, which is an admirable goal, but the thing is, it stays there. It doesn't let your skin breathe. It doesn't let your skin shed like it should. Nothing good goes in, nothing bad can come out, because your skin is part of your detox system, right? We're purging stuff like excess hormones and all that out of our skin all the time. So what was happening was Chris's skin didn't have that protective film. I kind of think of it like plastic wrap, because it kind of comes from the same place. The same, byproduct situation. So Chris's skin was exposed without this film for the first time in years.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of that skin that was sticking to your face because of those films was finally shedding off.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did it take?
It took me between 3 weeks and a month before it was completely flake-free.
Right. Which I find not surprising at all, because it takes about 28 days for your skin to fully turn over. So Chris went through a big skin shed as those skin cells were renewing and turning over. And that big film, that thick film of dead skin cells that were stuck to her face were releasing finally. Mm-hmm. And her skin was learning to protect itself now, rebuild its lipid barrier, which is its own natural protective barrier, without needing chemicals to do it for it, right?
Yeah.
So after the skin shed, how did your skin react and how is it now?
After the shed, it's been great. Even a lot less oily until yesterday and today when it was humid. With the humidity, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Truly, I feel good. My makeup, when I do wear it, which isn't often anymore.
Right.
It sits well. You know, I don't have flaky stuff everywhere.
So tell me about the makeup situation because this was a big thing for you, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about...
Well, yeah, when I had the redness for years at work, it was... I went through a number of different makeups, different makeup lines, trying to find something that would cover this redness.
Right. Yeah.
I would cry. Like, it was really, really tough. Yeah. I didn't want people to see that.
Yeah. Even your husband, right?
Yeah, I didn't even want to be at home without makeup on.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Right.
It didn't feel good.
It was taking a big hit on your self-esteem.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Now, though, I can come to work. I go drop off orders.
Yep.
I come to work without makeup on. Often. I can go out in public and feel comfortable.
Which just gives me goosebumps because it's so awesome, right?
It's nice. I didn't think that I would get this chance to feel comfortable in my own skin again, to be honest. It makes me want to cry.
Yeah, I know.
I felt like that for years.
Yeah.
So yeah, now is awesome.
And many of you know Chris is our whipped foundation guru, right? You've probably seen her demo videos of her applying her whipped foundation because she could apply this stuff in her sleep. She's so good at it. It is our fullest coverage makeup, and now you can go without it.
Yep.
And she didn't even bump down to any like lower, you know, like a BB cream or anything like that. You just fresh-faced most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That alone is a big testimonial, right? And it makes me really happy that we were able to get you to that place.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, it took a long time, but the results are well worth it. Now, if you can hear yourself, see yourself in Chris's story, I urge you to come over to our Facebook group and talk to us. So, we are there in our private Facebook group that's just for Radiant Rebels. All the time. Chris is there, I'm there, VA Carla is there, the whole team is there to help you figure out a routine that's going to work for you that also is natural so you're not exposing yourself to chemicals and, well, toxic chemicals, I should say. So, what I want you to do now is if you're not part of the Facebook group, I want you to go sign up for our mailing list. You can do that at baddiesbath.ca or shopbaddiesbath.com or on our blog, baddiesblog.com. There's all sign-up places there for you. Once you sign up, you'll get access to our private Facebook group. You also get a few other extra bonuses, and we can help you out. So, that's it for us. And Cricket, another studio assistant. And we will see you later, guys.
Bye.